What's going on, guys and gals? Stock Jock here, up $1,817 in the first hour of trading. Not a lot of trades today, but they were winners, and the momo feels like it's starting to slow down. We've had a really great week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was really good. Thursday started to feel like it was slowing down a little bit, and Friday it did slow down. So definitely happy to have this win on the board, but we can get into trades. But first, I want to invite you all to my free Discord chat room. It's geared towards beginners. We do have a lot of experienced traders in there as well that love to help out new traders. I just hated, when I started out trading, I hated watching people lose money. And when I got to a point where I was confident in my trading and I was making consistent money, I said, you know what? There was no one like out there when I was learning how to trade years and years ago that just wanted to help me. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start a chat room. It's completely free. You know, before I had to pay chat rooms to get access to the experienced traders to ask questions, and even then, they weren't really interested in answering my questions. They just wanted to trade and sell their video lessons, which I knew what I was getting into. But the few times that they did answer my questions directly, it was very helpful. But the chat rooms are so large that they can't answer everybody's questions. But that's why I started it. A lot of great people in here that love helping people out. So come on in. The link for that is in the description down below. But let's get into the trades. So my first trade was ABIL and SPCB. ABIL, this one I was watching because of and I don't know why this is all jacked up, but I can't clear this. Maybe if I go to 1 minute. Okay, well, this doesn't help at all. Anyway, you had this nice pop on the daily chart, pull back, and I was looking for a candle over candle in the daily chart to send this thing back up. So I knew Friday, Friday's going to be a day where shorts potentially could cover, and it just had a higher probability that this thing would to go up. Yesterday and the day before, it didn't have much volume on the way down, and the volume on the way up was huge. So a little bit of selling coming down, but not a lot. So Friday, I was just thinking, okay, out the gates here on the 1 minute chart, 9:30 hits, it doesn't sell off. It holds the $7 level, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, usually if a stock is going to tank, it's going to tank out of the open, especially a stock like this that's run up from $2 to 15. Okay, the fact that it didn't, I was willing to go long with a very small position, 1,000 shares, and say, okay, I'm going to get in at 709, and if it breaks 7, I'll stop out, and I might lose $100, $200, maybe 300. Depends how bad it flushes, because it's a really small float. They can move fast. But my risk reward is great because I know everybody was watching this move here. Anyway, so I go long. It ends up making this nice move for a break of $8, and I hold. I'm like up $1,000, right? And I'm holding. I'm saying, okay, if it can break, what is this? 834, 837. Which was right here. If we could break that, then we get that daily candle over candle that I was looking for. But it just had run so far, so fast, and it broke 8. Sellers came in, shot it right back down, and I had to sell. I ended up selling at 732 for a small profit because I just didn't want this to come all the way. It was light volume. This is only like 50,000 shares of volume to make it jump $1. So I had to sell, and I'm glad I did because it did come all the way back down to my entry point. And, at some point, you got to sell to take your profit. So I sold that. SPCB, yeah, was, the daily chart looks like crap, but it was the first stock really to hit my scanner here. And I gave it a shot. I got in here thinking high day, this nice pop at the 930 candle, 931 candle. Thought it was going to continue up, move up. Smaller float, but it just didn't work out. I gave it plenty of time, and every time it looked like it was going to break high day right here at this 190 level, 189. Just people would smack the bid, and I was tired of that. The daily chart looks like bud anyway. I shouldn't have gotten in this, but it was the first stock to hit the scanner, and I wanted to give it a shot. I ended up selling that for -4 on 2,000 shares. So those are the first 2 trades. They're kind of back to back. That's why I'm kind of looking at them together. But you'll see that in the replay.
And I got in at 99 and I just sold on the ask at 309 for $350. So that's a quick scalp over the whole dollar. Now the reason I'm selling
Gonna go long here on ABIL 709.
setups have not worked really well in the last week or so.
I think it was 709. My cost base has just disappeared. Spreads are crazy, but I know 2 chat rooms now are watching this thing.
I just added at 310 for 312, and now I'm going to try to ride this momentum up to the 320s. So let's see what this does here. A little bit of resistance here. My average is 310 over 320. I just added for the break of 322. Got to see 324 break. A little bit of chop right in here.
I'm long SPCB, hit my scanners. Wow. Big buyer. Stop loss is 182. Looks like it's gonna hit.
320 on the ask.
I don't like this SPCB. There's some hidden sellers here, so I'll be looking to try to get out.
So $527.
ABIL is doing exactly what I was hoping it'd do. Moving up. Closer it gets to 8, the faster that thing just rips.
Now, for those of you that are new, you just joined, in the last, yesterday on our workshop. You can see this is a fast-moving stock. This is a quick opportunity. You're going to learn this pattern. You're going to see it again and again and again, and then you're going to learn when to get in and when to get out.
All right, I'm out. SPCB.
So just
183.
Opportunity to make money if you were quick. FRD.
ABIL.
At 945, the Chicago PMI.
The spreads are kind of big right now. The high of day is 920. This one had that fourth quarter news, which was fine, but yeah, this is the type of stock that
ABL is about to blow up. If we can get over that $8, hopefully, and go to 837.
The consensus for the Chicago PMI.
Over 950. So now we've got a high of 22. I need to see it break 22. I don't want to see it go too much lower than where it is right now. Just watch it for a second.
STZ Constellation Brands reported their earnings today, dropping at 218.10 below on Sandy Tango Zulu.
954, and I only
shares down about 6%.
I then added at 989 and 998. And then when it broke,
ABIL coming down a little more than I'd like here. I was hoping 750 would hold, but
1021, 999, and the rest at 950. Possibly over 1140 is where I'd be a buyer. To see if it'll break over 1150. I'm just watching. It's pretty volatile. I'm up $1,151 so far.
all right, I'm out. ABIL 732. Big shame. Just too much selling pressure here below the VWAP. I'll look to get back in if it can get some more upward momentum, but right now it's not looking hot. And I just don't want it to flush the 7 and lose profit on it. So 2 trades kind of back to back here on this next go. The first one was ABIL. This one I wanted to get back in. This is terrible entry, right? I mean, there's nothing here that's good about this. We're below the VWAP. The only thing I was thinking of is if I get in, we kind of have a double bottom here, and I have room to the VWAP, and I could sell the VWAP if I need to for a small profit. So, and I still really wanted to keep playing this thing, and because I really thought that I was really convicted that we get that candle over candle on the daily chart. So I get back in thinking that maybe the second time break of the VWAP would get this thing going. Eventually, I got what I was looking for in this move here. But anyway, I took an entry here thinking, okay, I'll get in here. And it's hard to get an entry on this. There's not a lot of liquidity. There's not a lot of people selling or buying at this time. It's really light volume. So that's why I had to take 1,000 shares at 733 because otherwise I'm taking shares at like 750, 760. So they were just the only ones available. That's why I took it here. And I'm thinking to myself, worst case scenario, I stop out for low a day, lose $300, which, you know, whatever. It's not a lot for me. I know it's a lot of money, but it's not a lot for what I'm looking to get out of this trade. So that's my entry there. Then as I'm doing that, someone brings up DFBG, stock that I played yesterday, stock that had potential to go candle over candle today. Looks really attractive. It's a shame it didn't work out. Oh, I deleted the wrong study. Of course I did. There goes my 200-day moving average. I'll have to fix that later. Anyway, so this Fibonacci play is what I was looking at. This would have been a great buy down here. Just it moved up on some news a couple days ago. I didn't think it was warranted, but it doesn't matter. Looking for this candle over candle. Someone brings it up in a different chat room. I look at it. At the time, let's see, 948. We're right here. You can kind of see we had this pop pullback, and this is kind of like a flag here, and then candle over candle. 460 break is really what I was hoping to get in at. I mean, I had a second to make this the decision. I hit the buy button twice because I liked it so much, especially since the daily candle over candle was about to happen. I hit the buy button twice. I filled it 477, way up here, not right here, way up here. As soon as I got in, it dropped on me, and as it was dropping on me, I sold half at 453 for a nice loss, and not too thrilled about that one. The other half, I was letting it try to give it a chance. Stop loss definitely was going to be a break of 450. Gave it a shot. I ended up getting out at 482 for a very small profit on the second half, and then it just kind of fell apart. So not too thrilled with that. We'll look at the exit on ABIL as well since we're here. We got what I was looking for on the break of the VWAP. It just kind of didn't rip and get ripping, so I just exited, played it safe. Nice little win there to make up for some of my losses, but overall, you know, I took a chance and it worked, and I did get back in for this next move on ABIL, but this was a nice win to start it off.
At 3 to add, kind of the way it's curling here, that's usually when we see that type of curling, we do get the break. So
Hopping back in ABIL 733, small position. I'll look to add if volume comes in for the VWAP break.
308, 310. DFPG, John called out. The high is 470.
Long DFPG here for the candle over candle on the daily.
So DFBG, this one we want to see it break over 490, and then
wow, half 453, terrible rejection.
What I usually do is over 485. That's where I would add.
Don't like this at all.
GEMP selling off. That one's not really doing anything. 485 is where I've got my order on DFBG to add. This is the first daily candle to make a new high.
about 482 on the rest. Jeez.
$5.
Okay, so I had it wrong. I didn't sell ABIL here. I bought a second position on it. So I bought another 1,000 shares. We had the break of the VWAP, bounce of the VWAP, and go is what I was looking for. So that's why I rebought when I could. This is actually a buy. I rebought at 478. So I have 1,000 shares at 748 and 1,000 shares at 733. So kind of like a, let's call it a 740 average is what I'm at. I broke the VWAP, bounce, and I'm just looking for just a little bit of love. And you can see we finally get that move that I was looking for. At one point, it was basically the break of 775. I even posted this on StockTwits. I said if 775 breaks, this thing goes rocket ship, and that's exactly what it did. Volume came in. We broke $8, sold off. I sold half, I believe, on the break of $8. It just, this first move, it couldn't break that daily candle over candle. I wasn't going to miss out on this move like I missed out the first time, so sold half and waited a little bit longer, gave it a second to try to get over there as it looked like it was going to come back down to break 8. I sold the second half for basically 8.11. Very nice win, because I did not want to be, I knew everybody was going to stop out if 8 broke, and sure enough, when 8 broke, that's why I got out a little bit earlier. When 8 broke, it just shot down to 773, and that was that trade. Very nice win, got me green on the day, and worked how I was hoping. Full size now on ABIL 741. So we had a 1 minute candle under candle on ABIL, and it didn't flush out. So I'm looking for the break of 772, 775 to get this thing going. Here we go. Here goes ABIL. Big buys.
Michigan consumer sentiment 8.2, consensus 99.2.
Here it comes, baby. Break this $8 again.
High day was a little over 8. GBR, ABIL, I've got a starter, a little scalp. The thing with ABIL is that it's got that strong daily setup. High is 817. So on ABIL, I would add over 817 for 820.
Boom. We are golden now, boys and girls.
817. I want to see if I can scalp this one up towards 850. Remember, the first daily candle to make a new high on ABIL is over 850. GBR popping up a little bit.
All right, we got the daily candle over candle. I need to see this move and hold 8.
230, so over 230 is
I
where
don't want to sell right now.
ABIL right now, the high is 834. GBR watching.
But I do have my hand on my trigger ready to exit.
GBR hitting a new high, 243.
All right, I'm selling half, 812. I'll re-add for high day break.
Stopped out of ABIL for right now with
Chat room's exiting ABIL, so I'll stop the rest on 811. So next trade again was ABIL. Couple things I liked about this. First off, it tapped the VWAP and bounced off it. So it was telling me that, you know, it didn't break it this time. Like before, when I first traded it in the morning, it broke it and then came right back down and broke the VWAP. Here, this time, we're through the VWAP. We came down, we tested it, and bounced off the VWAP. So that was a nice thing going for it. The next thing you can kind of draw this. You know, you kind of got this ascending triangle right here. Okay. It's kind of sloppy, I know, but that's kind of what I was looking for. And I was giving it I drew this thinking, okay, if it can break out, this is, maybe call this just a random flyer, get rid of that, but draw a nice flat top here. If we break this area, I'll go long and maybe we'll get another pop. And that's what I did. As soon as it looked like it was going to break this area, I go long again, 828. Chase it a little bit. Where is the time? 810. So right here is where I get in. Break this level too, so we get a nice pop. Buyers come in, 850 breaks, get a nice pop. High day breaks, get a nice pop. I hold. I don't sell, shockingly. Normally I would, but the market recently has been allowing runners to go, so I've been holding recently a little bit longer than typical. Comes back down, pops right back up, and now we have a pop pullback candle, and now I'm looking to add for a candle over candle after the pullback, and that's exactly what I do. We get the pop pullback, and now I add inside this candle once we break the high of the previous pullback candle, and I add it 862 right here as it looked like it's about to break. It breaks, it goes high day, and I sell on the way up. I sell half at 865, the first half, so I made about, you know, almost 40 cents on that first buy, so 828 to 865. What I didn't like is it popped up and came right back down, and the bid was very thin, and it allowed it to drop very fast, very quickly. So I exited. You'll see it when I run it. The chart doesn't show that, but you'll see it when I run the live clip. And then the second half, I sold close to 9. It broke 9, didn't run, didn't break through it, didn't circuit breaker halt. So I sold that last half after it broke 9. Back in ABIL for high day break. Needs to break this 34. I only took a half position just because it's so volatile. So there's 34. Now we're moving.
ABIL, yeah, I see that. You know, it's like I want to be holding one of these through a circuit breaker halt. That's a nice move up. The high is 875. GBR, buyers in 260.
Man, right back down.
And then a seller there, 255 and 256.
This thing is crazy volatile. Not for the faint of heart. Watching the 1 minute on this 1 minute play here to add on ABIL.
It's not breaking that level. Maybe 262, a small starter.
So that'd be over 866.
Profit though. Sell at 272.
Golly.
ABIL is on watch.
All right, I'm adding.
Over 275. 875. Okay, I'm long.
There you go.
875 for the break over $9. So ABIL here's a 1 minute.
Sold half 865. Didn't like how we didn't break 9 there.
Now over $9 on ABIL. That's where I would add for a break over high a day. Watch ABIL here over 95. Just added at 95 on ABIL.
All right, out the rest, 896.
TNTR Tintry halted on a circuit breaker, Tango November Tango Romeo.
And that's how I ended the day, up $1,817. If you have any questions on my trading style, feel free to ask. You can find me in my free chat room. Discord link is in the description of this video. And have a nice weekend.